Halo, halo, siemano, co znowu ja? Dzisiaj jest nadal... Nie, dzisiaj już jest 1 lipca 2022 roku, jest godzina 18, 20 po północy i kontynuujemy sobie granie w Fallouta 4. Ta, skraszował gierkę,
Broken.
a tutaj nie wejdę. Tak, generalnie jestem w tym miejscu, do którego wszedłem ostatnio, ale jeszcze musimy zejść do tego poprzedniego, bo no, zapis był ostatnio przy tym komputerku, który chciałem sobie tam odpalić wyłączenie wszystkich tych syntków, także tutaj nie
It's
będziemy.
stuck.
Tu jest jakaś winda. Kukurydza kurwa se rośnie, super, super. No, tak naprawdę chyba jeszcze jedno zostało właśnie
Just a routine patrol, sir.
tutaj i to jest
Always be vigilant.
ta,
We have many enemies.
syntek. A nie, tu jest ojciec nasz, nie? Tak, tu jest nasz ojciec, także to było ostatnie, jeśli chodzi o ten poziom.
All systems nominal.
Tak. To był ten. A to doktor Lee, gdzie ja skubnąłem? Może wcześniej już skubnąłem. Nie, na pewno nie. Nie wiem, gdzie skubnąłem tego doktor Lee, te jej zapiski. Ale słyszeliśmy je, także po prostu zostawimy to tak, jak jest. I pójdziemy dalej. Co to za miejsce? Widzę, że znowu pokój. Nie wiem, czemu tych komputerów nie mogę przeczytać, jak tutaj bym sobie to po prostu odgiął i byłoby git. W ogóle tamten syntek, tamta kobita syntek, która była.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Notice me senpai.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
Ta, to mówiłem, że ta pani syntek nie ma łóżka swojego, czy idzie to? Ale w sumie logiczne dosyć, znaczy no, wiadomo, no nie musi chyba spać, nie musi kłaść się, także. Okej. Wszystko picobello, ale wyłączę tą latarkę, niepotrzebna. Mogłem w sumie w pionach wszystko robić, to by było łatwiej niż tak biegać w tej z powrotem, dużo biegania.
No visible
Spadł.
reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
Okej, dosyć tak zimnie się z nimi obchodzą, ale to roboty w końcu.
There. All done. You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor. I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
I have to admit, the third generation synths are really something.
Excuse me.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Dean.
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
To było dobre. Wszyscy tu jesteśmy doktorami, no nie powiem, miał rację, nie, jakby. Czy miał rację? Wszyscy są wychowywani tak, żeby tutaj mieć ten poziom inteligencji doktorski. Nie wiem, kto tutaj najgłupszy jest i co robi. Pewnie jacyś inżynierowie, co w sumie pewnie robią po prostu naprawy. A ile tego syntki inne nie robią. Tam była jakaś rozmowa między mężczyzną a kobietą, którą nam się nie udało usłyszeć. I ona była o czymś związanym z generacją trzecią ksynków i coś tam, jakimś niebezpieczeństwie. A ona powiedziała, że generalnie jak umówienie się na wizytę, na rozmowę, umówili się na rozmowę po prostu na jakąś tam, bardzo tak formalnie to podeszli, tak jakby, nie wiem. No także zapiszę cię w moim kajeciku na spotkanie, nie? Czy coś tam, żeby o tym pogadać. No i on powiedział okej. No, nie byłem tu, ale widzę, że drzwi otwarte. Bo generalnie to ja widzę, że to nie za bardzo jest co zwiedzać. Czemu oni drzwi nie mają w tych pokojach?
Hi.
Co?
Isn't it wonderful here?
Hey, pal.
I wish Quentin would stop telling those stupid stories. Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
Czy we dwójkę są? Okej. Czerwona linia jakaś tam idzie. Dobra. Tu jest ten doktor, co nosa zadziera. Tutaj nie było doktor Lee? Piwerko ma.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Okej. Tak, i tu już jest syn moim. Dobra. W takim razie pozostało zejście na najniższy poziom. W sumie chyba tędy też mogę zejść, nie? Tak, jak najbardziej.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Huh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Okej.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Okej.
Allie,
What's on your mind?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Czekaj, kurwa.
Dr. Fillmore,
Hey, what do you need?
it must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Dr. Fillmore,
Hey, what do you need?
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
Let's see what you've got.
I co, muszę płacić tymi? Kapslami? Kurwa, widzę, że on to ma zaawansowanego. Dobra.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Okay.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Excuse me, Doctor.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Dr. Thompson.
You know, I love my work.
Scanning.
But I
Unknown
love
identity.
being a father
Clearance
even more.
confirmed.
Okay. Może włamywaniem się zajmiemy później. Czy to jest syntek?
I
Oczywiście,
can't
że tak.
express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Oni jakiś bullshit wciskają, mi się wydaje, że generalnie. Chyba przejdziemy się dookoła jeszcze tutaj.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir.
We're
but
all
that
looking
supplement
forward to
is no
working
longer
with you.
available.
Useless machine. You're here. Glad you made it.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Kurwa. A, bo to jest naukowiec Instytutu, to jest jakiś klapek. Myślałem, że to ktoś jest.
Good evening. I am at your disposal. Would you care for food-based products?
What have you got?
I can offer a range of nutritious and great-tasting food supplements. Food Supplement 7 is very popular for its spicy flavor, and Food Supplement 91 is our newest offering.
I'll take a look, sure.
Okej.
Excuse me.
O, przejście jest. Nie wiem co to kurwa robi, te spazery, ćwicery i tak dalej. Kurwa, amunicja. Advanced Systems. Pani Dr. Lee.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Okay. Dobra, no jeszcze przejdę się tutaj, zobaczę czy coś.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Ty
It
chuju.
must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Robotics. To chyba tu są Advanced Systems, nie? Tak. O!
Come now, Alan, it could have been anything. It was
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned
Good to see you.
speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Hell, I could write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleporter.
Now just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well,
You were there the
it's
day
an
the bombs
unwanted
fell.
distraction. We're men of
must have been
science,
terrifying.
not philosophers.
Everyone's excited about the new
Kurwa, zaraz
synth.
ich
Well,
zabiję.
remember that. With our third generation synths,
Think about
we've
it.
improved upon your
You and
humanity.
everyone else firmly hold on to the archaic opinion that the synths are inferior. By limiting them, we limit our work.
I am well aware of your ideas, Doctor. And there is a reason they are not the popular ones. There needs to be a distinction between us and them.
No, they are an evolution of us. The synths possess vast untapped potential if we'd only let them show it.
I suggest you keep your radical opinions to yourself from now on. Otherwise, you might find yourself being escorted to the teleporter for a one-way trip.
Another lovely day, isn't it?
Mogę tam iść?
Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What I've seen so far is pretty impressive.
It's just the beginning. Like I said, a momentous time.
Okej, coś jeszcze powiesz?
Excuse me,
Loken.
I've got
The
reports to
synths
deliver.
aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Gdzie jest ten doktorek? Tam jest.
Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Doc.
The synths are treating you well, I hope?
Terminal robotyki. Powiadomienie działowe. Tak, generalnie bardzo o wiele lepiej mnie traktują niż Railroad. Generalnie to jest mówione, że zgodnie z informacjami z powierzchni nasz gość niedługo przybędzie, pomagajcie mu, tłumaczcie mu i tak dalej. Oczywiście zachowując odpowiednią klasyfikację na jakichś tam naszych informacjach tajnych, tak? No bo wiadomo, nie wiadomo jakie są jego motywacje do końca, tym bardziej jak z Railroadem, tam z tymi wariatami wszedł w kontakt, a zaufanie powinno być zdobyte obopólnie, nie? Więc na razie to tak, a ten. I to jest bardzo ważne dla mnie osobiście, napisał ojciec, czyli nasz syn, dla mnie osobiście i też dla całego Instytutu Power Conservation. Tak, generalnie jest napisane, że po spotkaniu z dr Lee i przejrzeniu dokumentów odnośnie konsumpcji energetyki mam dobre wieści i złe wieści. Zacznę od dobrych. To, o co prosiła dr Lee i generalnie co sugerowała, udało się osiągnąć, że generalnie efekty oszczędzania energii są bardzo duże. Bardzo duże jakby oszczędzanie jest, tym bardziej największe jest w dywizji robotyki, ale niestety złą wieścią jest to, że nawet w Advanced Systems przekroczyli, ale niestety jest to niewystarczające i trzeba jeszcze jakoś to podrasować, tak mniej więcej jest tu napisane. Tak, generalnie jest napisane, że projekt z dzieckiem, synkiem, dzieckiem idzie do przodu, ale niewystarczająco szybko, że czas się kończy i generalnie trzeba to przyspieszyć. Missing something is... Tak, tu ogólnie jest mówiono o zaginionych synkach trzeciej generacji, czyli zakładam, że tych co najbardziej przypominają ludzi, że ludzie mają jakieś, coś im się nie podoba w podejściu do łapania tych ludzi, czy raczej w dochodzeniach tych synków, na temat tych synków i generalnie dyrektor AIO będzie poinformowany o tym i z nim porozmawia o tym ojciec, ale trzeba pamiętać, że to są trzeba też prosić o kooperację i tak dalej, jednak w zbieraniu informacji, bo to jest potrzebne, nie? Mimo wszystko, dobra. Synth bez Android. Tak, generalnie jest mówione o semantyce Androida i syntka. Generalnie jest powiedziane, że od dawien dawna syntki i Androidy były nazywane zamiennie, w sensie używane, ta nazwa była zamienna, z czego na przykład dr Zimmer, spotkaliśmy go w trzeciej części, preferował nazwę Android, ale z uwagi na to, że generacja trzecia jest tak bardzo podobna, to bardzo, to należy nazywać ją syntkami, po prostu syntetycznymi ludźmi, bo najbardziej przypominają, nie? Jakby to jest i w kanon to się wpisuje teraz, że teraz już nie ma że trzeba zapamiętać, że kiedyś się nazywało androidami dlatego z powodów naszej przyszłości i skąd to się wzięło, ale trzeba pamiętać o przyszłości i raczej żyć ku przyszłości, a nie na odwrót, tak, w zastępu. Oko mnie swędzi, czy piecze, czy coś, nie wiem. Dobra. Co tam?
Hello, welcome. Please.
Grafik produkcji. Numery grupy G3, parametry fizyczne, wykopie, budowa projektu, 3 jednostki, obsługa, planowanie ulepszenia systemu, obecne projekty. Projekt zatwierdzony w toku, powinien być opis implementacji nowej syntetycznej tkanki nerwu optycznego, 10-12% poprawy percepcji wzrokowej, postępne ustawienia jednostki do modyfikacji 19, zmodyfikował 12 uwagi. Następne w kolejności jednostki C4, coś tam, czas potrzeb budowy BIMET. Okay. Nadchodzące projekty. Projektu zatwierdzono oczekiwania na implementację, opis ulepszenia czasu reakcji systemów motorycznych, czas reakcji są 7%. Zatwierdzone oczekiwania na implementację precyzji strzelania, ok. Oczekiwania na zatwierdzenie, całkowita transfuzja zastępująca krew syntetyczną typem 90-10, ok. Szybsza koagulacja, zwiększona odporność na zakażenia, ok. Wyślę rejestr dostępny. Jak kogoś to interesuje, aktualizacja projektu. SRB Investigation. Are you... As you are aware... assignment in the past and not Senator Antonus asked that you all give him tak, generalnie jest powiedziane, że ucieczki synków to była bardzo rzadkość duża, generacji trzeciej oczywiście była rzadkością, ale teraz bardzo zwiększyło się to i jest dochodzenie w sprawie tego, dlaczego tak się dzieje, nie? Dlaczego teraz nagle więcej synków tej generacji ucieka. Generacja pierwsza faza out. Dobra. Okej, generalnie to jest powiedziane, że generacja pierwsza będzie używana teraz tylko do jakichś takich bardzo podstawowych zadań, jak manualnych, jak sprzątanie z raty taty i w końcu będzie zamieniona przez generację trzecią i tak samo będzie z generacją drugą. Unique Projects. Okej, to są jakieś eksperymenty na temat tam celowania i coś tam jeszcze, nawet nie
Dr.
ogarnę.
Loken, we've received a work order from SRB.
What do they need?
They're requesting replacement courses again. Quite a few, actually. I guess they lost a whole unit on the surface.
Is this some sort of joke? This is the third time this month.
You smell like you've been above ground.
Since so recklessly. I refuse to give him any more.
Should I tell him that?
No, I'll handle it. I wouldn't wish dealing with that man on my worst enemy.
Okej. Maintenance required. Yeah, phone, cleaning boardroom, boardroom. Tak, generalnie jakiś jeden model czyścił salę tam rady, tak? I chyba nawet 3 razy czyścił ją i chyba nawet nie wyszedł między tymi czyszczeniami, także chyba się popsuł. Jakiś kolejny coś miał z oczami, to mu wytarli. Jakiś główny tam, jak to się nazywa? Drive to jest, co to jest? To jest sterownik się popsuł. Trzeci w tym miesiącu, trzeba to sprawdzić. Ta, jakaś generacja pierwsza, ktoś tam próbował z generacji pierwszej przejść przez ścianę, bo nie widział ścian. Ta hejta to Eevee ma ta kobieta z góry, co kojarzy mi ją tą syntkę, miała problem dzisiaj z mówieniem, czy możesz to sprawdzić? No, tak. Surface Working Crew Tracking, ok. Tak, generalnie były raporty, że ktoś tam jakieś bandyci zaatakowali, ktoś tam stracił datę, ktoś tam nie zgłosił się i tak dalej. Dobra, wszystkie komputerki zbadane. No ładny ten proces. Sery są robieni sztucznie, nie? No ale nie mają, widzę...
I've heard that Liam's grown quite attached to it.
Not it, Dr. Loken. She. And she has a name. To answer your question, Eve has been an indispensable companion, both to Liam and myself.
Alan, I know it's been difficult for you since you lost your wife, but don't lose perspective. A synth might look like a man or a woman, but it isn't. It's not healthy to become too attached.
Need I remind you, Dr. Loken, that in biochemical terms, a human being is also
Step this way
a
for
machine.
processing.
Don't hide behind technicalities, Alan. I'm your friend. I'm not judging you. But others will. Such behavior could be construed as deviant. You know where that will lead.
There's no need to get worked up over it, Max. I'm simply carrying out an experiment. I believe our third-generation synths are sophisticated enough to form social bonds, even familial bonds. Only through close observation can I prove my hypothesis.
All right, Alan, I'll trust your judgment on this. Just be careful.
Okej. Nie może se synka poruchać.
So much research, so little time.
Trochę smutne. W sensie... No nie wiem. A raczej jak się zrobi ładną panią albo ładnego faceta, to logiczne, że są odruchy pewne, nie? Także trochę się dziwię, że używają ich jako dewiacji. Znaczy mówią na nich, nie? Że dewianci to są... Nie wiem. O, to jakieś zardzewiałe rzeczy są. Gdzie ja kurwa jestem? Aha, pewnie idę po ten serum dlatego, bo on tam w biochemice, nie?
Got it.
No nie do końca, ale... Okej, wracam tutaj do jakiejś takiej miejscówki. Fef, to jest właśnie chyba jego laboratorium w takim razie. Kurwa, czemu zardzewiałe takie są te płytki? Znaczy ten na klucz. I wszystkie da się wytrychem otworzyć. Wydawałoby się, żeby się nie dało wytrychem otworzyć takiego zamka, nie? O. Ciekawe, że Syntek tu sobie dednął. Ale tu cisza jest. Nikt tego nie zagospodarował?
That's it.
Fajki. Telefon. Śrubokręt.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Motron inwazyjny, co?
Sweet.
Turret control. Deactivate. Czy ja dałem activate? Deactivate. Okej.
Weapons hot.
Weapons hot. Zajebałem mikroskop. Jest ciekawe, że nic z tym tutaj nie zrobili, po prostu zamknęli. Magazyn, papiery, to wszystko pojebał. Jet. Chuj mi te farby. Ale cichutko tu jest.
Yes.
O! Dużo kurierowych tych. Chłopaki, kurwa, czekajcie. To nie tak jak myślicie. Czemu tu kod domowy został zajebany?
Sweet.
Aha, bo ktoś tu jakiś ten robił. Eksperymenty na nich, tak? Albo oni wysłali tutaj synki, żeby zostały te, żeby no, posprzątały tutaj, a te systemy były włączone przez tego Fewa. O! Super mutant rzeźnik. Gosia w ogóle testy na tym widać. W sumie logiczne, że taka obrona by była jak ten przy super mutantach, nie? Także logiczne, logiczne. Ale mógł chociaż powiedzieć, jakie jest hasło, kurwa.
Nice.
Ładnie. Hello. Gacie zrobił? Ta w gaciach ich to trzymał. O.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Okay.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division, March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board, exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Okej. Czyli generalnie robili badania na ludziach, porywając ich i zamieniając ich właśnie w supermutanty, ale wychodzi na to, że ludzie byli zbyt napromieniowani i to nic im nie dawało. I ten się sam zamienił w takim razie chyba w tego supermutanta, żeby to po prostu już odpuścić sobie. Żeby sobie odpuścili. Widzę, że nasz synek kurwa wcale nie miał problemu z tym, żeby robić dalej te badania. Trzeba w pierdol mu spuścić. Powiadomienie ciałowe. Czy specjalny? Okej. Okej. Mieliście tam przeczytanie także. Kwasowości gleby. Logowanko. Jakoś interesowało, proszę bardzo. Myśmy byli. Tu chodziliśmy. O kurwa. Jakiś old tech, widzę. I drzwi zabarykadowane. Nawet ta apteczka jest jeszcze przedwojenna. Tak ona, że miałem wejść na tą rozmowę tutaj. A nie, i tak stoją McDowny. I się patrzą na siebie.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Warwicków znamy, to są ci, co tam farmę mieli.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Okay.
Clayton.
Good to see you again.
Clayton.
Did you need something?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Hey there.
Co ty robiłeś temu kwiatku?
Everyone's excited about the new synth project. Dr. You
Go
smell
on.
like you've been above ground. The specimens are showing an abnormal growth rate. They were designed to thrive in a radiated environment, but we didn't expect these results.
What a peculiar result. I'd like it brought back to the lab so I can test the rate of cellular degeneration.
I'll let them know immediately.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Someone's a little full of himself.
Hardly. There is no place for ego in science. I'm simply trying to tell you in as polite a manner as possible that I am busy. Now, goodbye.
Dr. Carlin.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
Jesus.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare. Hi there.
Tak, widziałem prawdziwe goryle. W sensie postać moja widziała. Są tu jeszcze jakieś drzwi? Głodny jestem, więc chyba muszę iść spać.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Bo miałem od dzisiaj przejść na tą jakąś dietę, tą keto czy coś. Tylko że na razie nie mam nic o niej w ogóle, żadnych danych, także
Good to see you.
muszę jeszcze chyba obadać temat. Pewnie się wkopałem w jakieś gówno i będę żałował, ale chuj. Najwyżej, nie wiem, pójdę do sklepu i zobaczę, czy uda mi się teraz, znaczy no teraz, dzisiaj już w sumie, tak? Ogarnąć temat, czy dopiero
She's
jutro.
been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Father has accomplished so much. I hope you can appreciate his work as we do.
Huh?
Hey there.
Have you seen my girls? I hope they're not getting into too much trouble.
Well, that was productive.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Okay.
Rosalind.
Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
Nawet nie wiesz, jak bardzo się z tą zgadzam. Tak, generalnie jest tu mówiono o broni, która została zebrana z tego. Broni, która została ze statku kosmicznego sprzątnięta i myśleli, że to są kosmici, ale nie, okazało się, że to nie byli kosmici, tylko to byli normalnie ludzie, którzy stworzyli tą broń. No i generalnie to były różne funkcje. Różne tam po prostu. Poza statku mi go zebrali.
Dr. Thompson, I know we're not that close, but may I ask a favor of you?
Sure, of course.
Both Allie and myself are working late tonight. Normally it's not a big deal. Quentin is mostly self-sufficient, but it's the third night in a row.
Say no more. He can come over and have dinner with us. I'm sure the girls will be thrilled.
It's not too much trouble?
No trouble at all. Just come by when you're finished.
Okay, będą się ruchać. Tak. Generalnie to także, że ze statku kosmicznego okazało się, że to nie statek kosmiczny, bo były ciała ludzi normalnie i po prostu przerobić próbują broń i tam magazynki do niej. Okay. Chyba to było, nie? Czy... A nie, to są research notes. To jest to samo, co tam było napisane na tej kartce. Tak. Reverse engineering. Okej, generalnie mówią o reverse engineeringu, czyli po prostu inżynierii wstecznej, żeby stworzyć broń z tego i tak dalej, żeby to dorobić tak, żeby to było w
Not
ogóle...
everything you've heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Hey.
Yeah? I used to work exclusively on the synth projects, but lately I prefer less animated pursuits.
Tak, no i generalnie tam ktoś chciał tego bycia, tej opanience
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the
czy tam
latest
nie
synths.
jej, tylko ktoś tam inny, nieważne. Po prostu chcieli zajebać jej projekt i tam, no, jakieś takie rzeczy. O, jest i ona. Starsza pani już.
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
I get the impression you don't want me here.
What I want in this case is largely irrelevant. Father gave his orders. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
That seems kind of unnecessary.
I assure you, it's necessary. The relay is the only access to the surface that we possess. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Okej.
Dr. Lee,
Pomęczę ją trochę.
tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
Dr. Lee, I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
O czym ona mówi? Kurwa, weźcie tego dzieciaka, kopnijcie w
Really
dupę.
exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Dr. Orman.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Access logi Command Cybernetics. Okej, to chodzi o cybernetykę i tam wszczepy ludzkie. Cold Fusion. O fuzji zimnej, tak, i że przed wojną nie dało się tego zrobić, teraz może jest technologia, dzięki której się da. Tak. Tutaj o materializacja i dematerializacja, po prostu teleportacja i generalnie jest, że można też modyfikować to. Na przykład kogoś zmniejszyć do maciupkiego człowieczka. Tak, no i broń plazmowa, czyli standardowo personala. Okej. Kto to jest kurwa Evan?
I used to work exclusively on the synth projects, but lately I prefer less animated.
Evan to jakaś osoba, któraś z tych osób się próbowała świadczyć. Tak, co chodzi o regulacje co do noszenia broni, że doktorzy też mogą nosić bronię. A tutaj jest... Tam w ogóle można po tych vlogach zobaczyć, kto to jest. Tutaj było mówione o tym, że nie podoba się to, jak doktor Lee często przebywa z tym dzieckiem i nad nim pracuje. Loka. Watson E, czyli Watson E to jest osoba, która tutaj jest właścicielem. Kto to jest Watson E? A, to jest Evan Watson.
Safety first. Remember that.
czyli to terminal jest. Orman, aha. Czyli ta babeczka się oświadczała temu gościowi łysemu.
Hi, Doc.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
Okay.
You sound like my 5th grade math teacher. I hated that woman.
I doubt her rules were a matter of life and death. Fail to follow protocols in one of our labs, you could end up with a serious injury. Or worse. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
How big is this handbook?
Just a few thousand pages, but I like to think it's a brisk read. I certainly find it so. Take care then.
Tak, generalnie w jego tutaj komputerku było powiedziane, że bardzo dużo osób nie przestrzega w ogóle tych protokołów bezpieczeństwa, no ale... Tak, chyba chodziło... Chyba właśnie o to chodzi, żebym poszedł do Lee i zdobył ten chip. Chyba o to generalnie chodziło. Widzę, że bardzo wszyscy, pomimo tego, że trochę tam... pomimo tego, że trochę są tam albo zadufani, albo jacyś tam zapracowani, albo trochę mają podejście do synthków dziwne, albo inne rzeczy, to wszyscy są bardzo ludcy, jeżeli chodzi o rodzinę czy coś. Mi się wydaje, tak jednak... Albo niektórych to nie obchodzi, wiadomo, ale... No, część osób jednak... Meet the division leaders. A, jeszcze...
Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Okay.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Okay.
Hey. I hope all your needs are being seen too. You just let me know if they're not.
No właśnie chciałbym mieszkanko. Co ty kurwa gościu?
Nothing to report, sir.
Nothing to report, sir.
Heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Okay. Siema.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
Czy ja wiem, po prostu syntek, który jest mniejszy.
Constant vigilance is vital to preventing synth escapes.
Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
No, mogę sprzedać ludzi z tego, z wyspy?
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Carry on, sir.
Dr. Ayo.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Justin.
Yes, what is it?
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Okay. Czyli pranko mózgu.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
Hello.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment
Always
for
be
you, but
vigilant.
try to remember that
We have
synths
many
aren't
enemies.
people.
Czemu oni wszyscy mają niebieskie oczy?
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. Guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Dr. Secord.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often. The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
To kolejne już widzieliśmy. Korwega. Niektórych z nich nawet tutaj chyba znam. Dobra, nawet nie chcę mi się tego kurwa czytać, bo to... O, informacji ci byli. Jebać to, ale... Cricket. To jest gościu, który jest tym, jest... To jest Caravaneer, Tommy Longan. Combat Zone. A, kojarzę go. Karla? Serio? Ona jest też tym? Henry Cook jest... Following you have proven useful in our in exchange for caps. This person has... sprzedawali kurwa ludzi, czajcie to? Jakbym chciał ich dojebać, to bym poszedł i ich zajebał.
Pardon me, sir.
Bym trochę pomógł. Ej, co to jest? Mogę tu położyć się? Kurwa. Pewnie jakaś ręka, żeby tatuaż zrobić czy coś. Ale no widzę to. Tak, generalnie jest tu powiedziane to co wcześniej, że gość, ojciec kazał być miłym, ale nie udzielajcie mu informacji. Misja Investigation. Jest powiedziane, że po prostu co do dochodzenia odnośnie uciekających synków, to mogą być tylko rozmowy na ten temat mogą być tylko między członkami tego działu i też tylko na obrębie tego działu. Mark Talk. Chyba wiedziałem. M762 Infiltrator. Po prostu burmistrz Diamond City. Tak, generalnie jest napisane, że burmistrz Diamond City jest synkiem, że był przydatny, ale już jest stary i generalnie jak umrze, jak formalnie będzie, że umrze z przyczyn naturalnych, to nic z tym nie zrobią, a jak go zajebią czy coś, to w sumie też będą mieli go w dupie. Akces to jest RB. Tam napisane, żeby nikogo nie wpuszczać generalnie, nieważne co, bo już wcześniej się to zdarzało. Tak, to jest z prądem, że pilnować, żeby nie zużywać za dużo. W sumie pierdolę te takie. Ćpiórkać mi się chce, ale to zaraz.
Greetings, sir.
Idę do starego. Co? Nie ma tu piciu? Może jak kurwa plebs się napije z tej fontanny. A nie mogę.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Good day. So much research, so little time.
So much research, mówię, o, jest pićku. A tu tam magazyn jakiś. Tam był jeszcze jeden taki magazyn w sumie.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. But in the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again. Got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okej.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Co, zbugowałeś
I
się?
wish you could have known Father as we have.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
I know that suit. You're one of those people who lives underground.
Hi there.
Hello.
To ta druga kobitka, dziewczynka, którą znamy. Znaczy no, nie znamy, teraz już znamy. Nie było tutaj drzwi jakichś dodatkowych jeszcze, przez które musiałem wejść drzwiami
Now that you've had a
łamanymi?
chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Widzę, że bardzo mocno chcą mnie przekonać na swoją stronę.
The sooner that synth is safely back in the Institute, the better for everyone.
Generalnie mówię to tak, dlatego że no ewidentnie wysyłajemy na syntka, który jest... Tak, ewidentnie wysyłajemy na syntka, który jest po prostu tym. Który jest po prostu zły. A tutaj to było.
I'm in.
A, myślałem, że coś bardziej ciekawego. Czy ja się mogę stąd przenieść w każdej chwili? I stąd po prostu wypierdolić, czy... Czyli mogę. Heather?
Excuse me.
You're back. Jesus, I was so worried about you.
What's on your mind?
Going to all those places was so fun. Maybe I should make a new list.
What's on your mind?
Seems like forever since we first met, you know? I can't think of anything we haven't done. It's been fun.
What's on your mind?
Not much. You?
I wanted to ask you about something.
Go ahead.
Are there any other...
Yeah, there are.
Never mind.
No problem.
Co tam było? To trzecia opcja? Co to była za opcja?
Hi.
Hey,
I wanted to ask you about something.
I'm all ears.
Are there any other options?
Yeah.
Co to jest to drugie?
Hey, hon.
Hey, handsome.
Aha, okej, dobra.
I love you.
I love you.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
I'm all ears.
Uh-huh. That was it.
Roger that.
Aż mi się...
What's going on?
Nieważne.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Okay.
Hey.
Where, you know, you look like you could really use this. These things have literally saved my life.
I was just wondering where you and I stand.
Blue, I'm on cloud 9. Things couldn't be better. And that's all thanks to you.
Your thoughts?
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Your thoughts?
Well, aren't I lucky they thawed you out just for me?
Your thoughts?
Hey, Dollface.
Your thoughts?
Can't keep anything from you, can I?
Your thoughts?
Hard to believe I'm roaming with my own pre-war relic.
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Dobra, by się przydało. Do a good by the guy. Czyli po prostu pójść do tego naszego byczka tutaj i mu pokazać, że no, panie kolego.
You wanna get out of here? I don't think we'd make pretty ghouls.
Płacę swoje długi. Chyba nie śpisz, co?
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
It did, but I pulled myself together.
I suppose you did. Now, what about the serum? Did you find it?
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have
Found a new
formed.
frontier of foul.
Has the reverse transcriptase survived the nucleotide synthesis?
Excellent question. Yes, it has. Fascinating. Oh, did you mean that as a joke? Well, it's time. There's only one way to test it.
Co zajebać se?
That's it?
What? Did you expect me to transform right before your eyes? This is science, not a two-cap magic show. I'm gonna rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Okej. To już? Tak. No widać było, że był z tego. W sumie nie było widać, bo z bio mają zielone, a on miał czerwoną opaskę na ręku. To znaczy, że nie był z bio. W ogóle ta warwikowa farma tutaj widzę, że oni są syntkami. Po co ja to mam iść? A. Ale tam byłem już w tej Libertarii i ich rozjebałem wszystkich. Chyba nawet tego syntka. O, osadnik sobie umarł. Słyszę. O kurwa.
Heads up!
O, listy ma. Steph, they know. Don't ask me how, but they follow me. They know where you're heading. I only got first back compound, but okay. Okej. Steph, musisz uciekać i ktoś wie, gdzie jesteś. Nie wiem, jak się to wzięli, ale wiedzą, pakuj się, uciekaj i tym razem nie mów mi, gdzie jestem. Gdzie jesteś? Tak, generalnie napisane jest do Cola, który jest w Good Neighbor, nie pamiętam gościa, ale jest mówione, że nie odchodź z roboty, pracuj ten. To nie jest Cole ten, z którym my współpracowaliśmy? Chyba tak. Pracuj nadal dla Bobby, stabilna praca jest dobra, skarbeńku i ten. I Hancock zawsze może, no, ci dupę ratuje, tak, że tam obije komuś mordę jak trzeba. A u nas to Rika, tutaj u nas w gangu na College Square, nie ma tam żadnego gangu. Rika przejęła gang, podniosła stawki, kupcy idą inną drogą i niedługo chyba tu będzie jakiś bunt. Chyba wezmę pieniądze i stąd ucieknę. Ta Tony napisał, że gdzieś tam koleś przed tym zamkiem chyba, bo zamek jest tutaj jest tutaj jest jakiś tam wyścigowy chyba, nie? Ten track czy coś. No gdzieś tam jest ten wyścigowy track taki jeden. Generalnie to tam ktoś, bandyci się ścigają robotami i ktoś chce zabrać swoich ludzi i tam też się pojawić i sobie ścignąć się tymi robotami.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy resistance. So, are you ready to go in?
Let's just get this over with.
Right behind you, sir.
That courser is damn creepy. I'm keeping my eye on him.
Czemu Piper się ci nie podobało? Kurwa, to moja wina? A mogę go po prostu ściągnąć? Bo mam taką zdolność. Ja to. Kurwa, przestańcie tupać. Idą kurwa komandosi. Chuj, że wpadłem do wody. Idziemy dalej. Nie było tego. Znowu wpadłem do wody. Kurwa mać. Tak, no i wszyscy są zajebani generalnie, także. A skąd wiem, bo sam to robiłem nie tak dawno temu. Tam se chłopek idzie. Jak ta pizda kurwa w płaszczyku w sukience idzie.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Jesus, what a mouthful.
Then talk fast, sir. Just make sure you get it right. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Dobra, wchodzimy kurwa. Gdzie mam wejść? I terminal tego gościa jest. Login. A my to czytaliśmy, nie? I chyba tutaj było ostatnie. A, my to czytaliśmy wszystko. Że chłopaki nie potrafili się zorganizować z robieniem jedzenia i tak dalej i po prostu zaczęli napadać na
Well
ludzi.
done. By your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of the Institute. Just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs? Nothing there now.
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss? Are you okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him! Take them out!
Better make your peace.
Guess this is it for you.
Area secured. Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is
Lock and load.
X680.
Huh?
Incoming!
Kurwa spadł.
Look out!
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Coś zrobili z szefem. No dobra, sterowanie safe'em to jebać. Gdzie jest Gambit Królowej? To jest Gambit Królowej? Łódź podwodna?
And that, my friends, is how it's done.
Dobra. Nie powiem, chętnie bym poszedł zobaczyć ten Gambit Królowej. Dosyć szybko powiedział.
Hello? Someone out there?
Yeah?
Wszyscy tu są. O co jej chodzi? Aha, wpadłem do wody i kurwa zdycham już na jakąś chorobę znowu, ja pierdolę. Gdzie jest cheat z tym? Ej, nie mogę kurwa zajrzeć pod wodę, ale jaja. Tuśmy byli chyba, nie? Ta, to kojarzę, że tutaj byliśmy. W tych wrakach. Gambit Królowej to nie jest jakiś ten? Tych? Kojarzy mi się, że to jest statek. Okej, coś tu w powietrzu wisi. Było. To jest ten statek taki Gambit Królowej kojarzył mi się z nazwą Bractwa Stali. Ej, to pływa, kurwa. Albo nie? A, ewidentnie to jest chyba związane z jakimś dodatkiem, bo ten karabin akurat ja mam. Czy z dodatkiem, z modem, a nie z dodatkiem. Ale zakładam, że ten Gambit Królowej to raczej jest... Czy tam dało się wejść? Raczej jest coś pod wodą niż... O nie, myślałem, że dało się wejść. O, niuki kurwa ty. A co to jest? Zawsze mnie interesowało, co to NBAG znaczy. Tutaj. Tu holownik. Te NCA, czym że NBAG, kurwa. Ja tak se skrót zrobiłem. Dopiero teraz już mi mózg przestaje działać, dlatego to tak ciężko mi idzie. Dobra, nic tu nie ma tak naprawdę. Tu jest kontener jakiś wpadnięty. W połowie utopiony. Tutaj też kolejny. Coś tu wypadło? Nie. Nie lubię takiej ciemności, ale myślę, że to jest... Nic w sumie i mam nadzieję, że nic mnie nie zje, nie zje tu. Okej, kurwa, nic tu nie ma. Jest chyba taki jakiś strach, nie? Przed tym, przed głębiami, nie? Czy coś. Nie wiem, czy płynę do góry, czy na dół.
I once saw a behemoth pick up a mirelurk and throw it up onto an overpass. Cracked like an egg when it hit.
Ale gwiazd piękna, ładna. Dobra. Jeszcze zanim to zrobię, to wpiszę w necie. No, 4 Queens Gambit, The Queen's Gambit. Aha, to jest mod. Dobra, czyli tego normalnie nie ma. Zaraz coś widzę pod wodą niby. Czy to jest ten stateczek, co tu się pojawia? Tak, było. Coś w ogóle animacji pływania dodał. Ej, jesteś pod wodą. się gościu zajebałeś w gównem, czy co? Gdzie to jest? Ale poza tym, że coś tam było, to... jakieś strzały, jakieś gówno. Powiem wam tak, jebiemy to tak naprawdę. Chcecie, to sobie modę zainstalujcie i zobaczcie. Bo mi się nie chce. Jakaś skrzynka. Jakaś skrzynka z czymś tam. Co ja tu bez moich kobiet nie wchodzę? A co, czy wchodzę bez kobiet? W ogóle mogę iść werkosa ogarnąć? Jakieś jedno, dwa. Ale gdzie jestem? Co to jest? To jest kurwa klatka, nie? Tu jest ten. A. Gdzie to jest łóżko jakieś? Się chcę pospać sobie. Nie masz normalnego wyrka? Ojca kurwa dziecko wyrodne nie chce przenocować?
I'm glad to see...
Dobra.
Sean.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
To dobra, bo miałem w piździe to, że koleś był... A, to na górze jest. Że koleś chciał mi coś powiedzieć z tymi syntkami, że tam... A no... Może byś to mnie nie zapierał tego tu sraty
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Taki bazak, nawet mu nie dałem powiedzieć. I po prostu go... A.
Your new quarters are here, sir. Your new quarters are here, sir.
To było chyba zablokowane. Fajki mi dali, super. Serio, wejdziesz ze mną?
When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Pojedyncze łóżko, wstyd. Chociaż no, może wie, że mam laski na boku, dwie nawet trzy. I ojciec po prostu nie chce ich tu, nie chce widzieć, jak matkę zostawiłem. Dla mnie to kilka dni jest tak naprawdę, także to już w ogóle dla niego musi być szok. Co? Ojciec matkę zostawił tak szybko? Komputer, którego kurwa używać nie mogę. Gdzie mi te bronie zostawili, chuje? Coś mnie w chuja polecieli tutaj. Aha. Instytut Jumper. Pokaż mi ten Instytut Jumper. A, taki po prostu. Szkoda, że przebija przez ten. To jest pancerz. Znowu zachorowałem, kurwa. Na chuj wie co. Bo do wody wlazłem. Dostałem infekcji albo innego gówna. Woda jest bardziej zabójcza w tym świecie niż kurwa super mutanci czy bandyci.
Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Is it just me, or will I have backup?
A Corso will be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
Okej. Czyli znowu ja całą robotę mam. Odwalić. No nic, no, trudno, co? Na szczęście zajebałem tych. Co to jest? A, to są moi.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Kurwa.
Can't pick this.
Chujowo zrobiona akcja. Kto to kurwa jest? Aha, sierżant Bractwa Stali walą kurwa do nas. Bandycka łajza? Co do chuja? Kurwa, Vertibert. Bo zaraz zacznę walić do tych jebanych tych chuj kurwa z tego Karla Śmieciara. Kurwa, schodzę. Poradztwo stali wpadło na pełnej kurwie z ogniem i mieczem. Dobrze, że z bractwem stali mam wszystko poukładane, kurwa, nie lubią.
Wait, what was that?
Tak, niech oni się tam z nimi bawią, ja idę odzyskać, kurwa, to co moje. Dobra, chuje.
I've been looking for you.
No, no, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633, initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus.
Here they are.
God, it's a courser.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute. Time is critical.
All right, Synth.
Please.
Why don't you want to go back?
I don't know. I wanted my own life, I guess.
Z322, initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon.
Nie są ludzie.
No sudden moves.
Please, no.
What's so bad about the Institute?
I couldn't take it anymore.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
Na razie gramy z
You
tym,
there,
później
Synth.
będziemy.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Why are you so afraid?
I don't want to go back. Please, don't make me go back.
B257, initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
Tak, generalnie to nie wierzę w to, że... Robię na razie to, żeby dojść do władzy i później może coś zmienić. Na razie, kurwa, nie mam takich opcji. Bractwo stali sobie stoi. Ale z jakimiś takimi rozpierdolonymi widzę, że tymi... Z rozpierdolonymi pancerzami, także... Cześć byczki, co tam? Jak tam trzymacie się? Hello?
Hi.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
Ta.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Lubimy się. Pomogliśmy sobie. Kurwa. Przybił pionę z tymi. Z bractwem stali kiedyś tam wcześniej i go lubią. Shoot to kill. Karla śmieciara, która sprzedawała kurwa ludzi za kasę. Jebany. Co jebany
Hey,
kurwa
Carla.
ten
Back again?
szpiclu?
Time
A
to do
pierdol się.
business?
Destroy every last Sith they're hiding.
Ta. Volksdeutsche jebany Karla. Chciałem z nim pogadać? W ruinach. Niezły Volksdeutsch, co? Sprzedawała kurwa ludzi. Syntków, nie syntków chuj, ale sprzedawała. Zaraz, ja... Czegoś kurwa nie czaj... O! A nie, dobra, myślałem, że tam się chłopaki rozstawili, nie? Ej, ja to muszę wejść. Ale nie pamiętam, że tu da się wejść. Cit, rotuna. Rotunda, sorry.
What's that? Hostile sensor reading detected. Engaging hostile life form.
Is someone present?
You must be terminated.
Stary se wybrał kurwa miejsce na...
Assessment, you must die.
Only one of us survives this, and it won't be you!
Aha, bo tu się nie dało wyżej wejść, dobra, czyli jednak. Ale was tu jest. Z pałką, kurwa. Ej. Zajebałem się, czy co? Gdzie mam iść? Na tym poziomie jest, nie? Ten. Okej. Czegoś nie rozumiem, czy nie? Nie wiem. Ja pamiętam, że tu było jakieś przejście, nie? Czy coś takiego, ale widzę, że... Może tędy? Coś tu się jeba. Ja kojarzę to miejsce, że coś tutaj było, nie? Ale to co tutaj było, to ja nie mam pojęcia. Jakoby tam miałbym przejść, ale nie wiem jak. Bo drzwi tutaj nie przejdę, nie? Tędy też nie przejdę. Czy to może z drugiej strony w ogóle trzeba podejść? Albo może nie na najwyższym piętrze. Nie wiem, powiem szczerze, że nie mam pojęcia, ej. Tu? A może tu? To miało sens, ej, to ma sens, dobra. Vertiberdy.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Some air fresheners, a new coat of paint, and it'll all be good as new.
If only it were that simple. standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation, our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Hey.
Hey, babe.
What's on your mind?
You know, I have absolutely no idea what you're up to when you go off to the Institute. You could be building a synth army, setting the Institute up for a fall, eating fresh Salisbury steak all day, every day. I'd never know. It's weird being out of touch. I'd usually know what you were up to. You know, word gets around, but nothing gets out of the Institute.
What's on your mind?
Not much.
Uh-huh. That was it.
Roger that.
Okej. No w sumie trochę. Tam chłopaki, a tu kto tu łazi? O, bandyta psycho. Weźcie sobie wyobraźcie, jaka ich reakcja musi być. Co to takie było? Nagle kurwa kumpel nie żyje. Ja niepotrzebnie do nich strzelałem. Bo gnoje nie są pode mną, a teraz do instytutu ja się nie przeniosę. Dobra, spierdalam. Coś miałem mówić. A, że nie chcę podjąć się tam instytutowi. No, nie chcę się podjąć tam ratowania świata, czy coś, nie wiem. Ten nasz synalek. Trochę mi to nie odpowiada. Ale go ukrócę go. Powiem, młody kurwa, słuchaj. Koniec takiego bicia. Ty, a właśnie. Jakbym zrobił... Weź to wyjeb. Wspomagacze? O, jest.
Hi.
Can I do something for you?
No, jesteś teraz w tym.
That was it.
Got it.
Jesteś teraz w instytucie, nie? A ją popierdoliło? Okej, chodźmy. Ona tu w jakiejś panice chyba jest.
No one is gonna believe me when I tell them I've been here.
A, dobra, czyli jednak jest świadoma tego, co tu się dzieje. Ej, co to kurwa? A, jeszcze wyżej. Biega jak dziecko w mgle. Ty. Zaraz, bo ja... Aha, dobra, okej. Jeszcze jedne schody są. Kamil, kurwa...
All maintenance
Nadążasz?
requests should be directed to the facilities division.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware.
On it.
Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Right. Such hard times down here.
I would never disagree that life in the Institute is better than above ground. We have done much to ensure it. Now, we take things even further. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
You can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Okay. No
My
thing
compliments on getting B592 back to us so quickly.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Okej. Nowe oblicze ludzkości. Nigdy nie grałem tego. Co mi powiesz,
Can
jaki
I do
sens
something
dycha?
for you?
What's on your mind?
Not much. You?
Jak to nie? Kurwa, powinno być.
That was it.
Got it.
W ogóle się mną nie przejmujesz.
I have every confidence you'll make a fine director.
Clayton.
I'm glad you're here. I'd like to conduct an experiment, but I need some assistance with it. I believe we can improve the growth rates of our crops by using mutated cells, such as those found in supermutants. To test this theory, I'll need a tissue sample from a particularly strong supermutant. I expect I'll eventually need several such samples, but let's just start with one.
How do I obtain this tissue sample exactly?
Well, I suppose you'll just cut off some of its flesh, store it however you like, and then bring it to me. Probably best if you kill it first.
You need a tissue sample from a strong super mutant. Got it.
That's right. Now remember, only a particularly hardy super mutant will fit the bill for this experiment. I don't need it right away, but if you do come across such a specimen, I'd be grateful if you could bring back a sample.
Nienawidzę tego typu misji. Czyli idź przynieść, kurwa.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Ta nie wiem, czy kończyć, czy co teraz.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Operating at full capacity.
Dobra. O kurwa, moje nogi. Tak, czyli to będą takie questy pewnie fetchowe, czyli tutaj będzie quest idź, odbij syntka.
Hey.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Ja tutaj nie zaskoczę. Kto to
Dr.
jesteś?
Ayo was looking for you. It sounded important.
Ta, no właśnie, gdzie ten kurwa pajac? Mówię, on mi na pewno będzie kazał... A, tutaj. Nie, to nie on.
Did Dr. Ayo find you? He wanted to talk to you about something.
Ta, on powie, no potrzebuję ludzi, żeby mi znaleźli syntka, idź szukaj. AWOL, tak kojarzy mi się z tym zdaniem AWOL. Co to kurwa się stało? Przypierdol. Aha, nie, ja tu nie skoczyłem. Skąd ta krew?
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it?
Hello. Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Nie wiem co robię, łażę na razie jak ten down, jak kurczak bez głowy. Czy oni wszyscy śpią?
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Czemu tam nie mogę wejść? Pewnie tam jest ten reaktor. O.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Okay. Personal also. Tak, tu jest wspomniano o tym, że Fevlab został zniszczony, nie wie dlaczego i chce się dowiedzieć, nikt jej nie mówi i odsyła ją do ojca, który ją oddelegowuje, a tutaj jest o dzieciaku. Access login, no możecie... O! ktoś wszedł remotnie tutaj i w sumie nie wiadomo co zrobił. Faza trzecia. Jak kogoś to interesuje, to proszę bardzo. Jakieś takie pierdoły w sumie.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Facilities Division.
Synth Unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal, and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect, Unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't. You don't want me to tell you twice. Now get back to your duties.
Czego jej nie zresetowałeś?
Dr. Ao needs to speak to you, sir. You can
Father
find
has
him in
done
the SRB
remarkable
wing during
things.
duty hours.
I would not exist were it
Gdzie jest kurwa jajo? Nie mogę go znaleźć. Tylko piździelca.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
Która tam godzina? Ja nie mogę sprawdzić. No nie mogę sprawdzić kurwa, która jest godzina u mnie. O której gram.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Won, kurwa. Bo zastrzelę jak psa. Nie ma jaja. No to idziemy stąd. Musi być u siebie w łóżku czy coś. W ogóle ta moja lala się zgubiła gdzieś tutaj. Ja nie wiem, czy ona ma w ogóle problem z trakowaniem się tu, czy co?
Did I turn off the interferometer?
Trochę tego nie rozumiem.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Dr. Oberly.
Wstawaj, kurwa. Nie ma spania. Fajki? Skąd wy macie fajki?
For what it's worth, I think you're a fine choice to take Father's place. Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people. I'm sure some of the others will question your appointment as our next director. Don't let it bother you.
Hey there. Got a minute to patch me up, Dr. Volkert?
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material.
Let's have a
I'm gonna
look.
prove him wrong.
Yep,
I
I've
need
got
medical
just
attention.
The thing. I have to admit, the third generation synths are really something. This isn't too bad. Now, hold still, please. All done. There's a stock of medical supplies over in requisitions, if you need more.
Kurwa, czekaj, bo zaraz naćpasz i będę
There we are.
wypierdolił
Good
mnie
as
z
new.
butów.
Head to requisitions if you need medical supplies.
Powiem szczerze, że bardzo mało osób pracuje w tym instytucie. Pamiętałem to, że było o wiele więcej ich. O,
Justin.
jajo. Mogę go zajebać we śnie i byłby spokój.
We've got a problem here, and to be honest, Father's never taken it as seriously as he should. I'm hoping you will.
What's the problem?
We often send synth scavenger teams to the surface. Occasionally, one of the synths will try to escape. The rate of escapes has been increasing lately, and I don't think it's just random chance.
Ah, we're really underneath Salem. Now it all makes sense. What with the witch hunt and all.
Of course. I did some digging, and discovered that the culprit is right here, in the Institute. Someone in robotics has been changing my work crew assignments, replacing synths I approve for surface duty with high flight risks. I'm convinced that someone is Alan Benet. He thinks that synths are people. He even lives with one. It's disturbing.
Who else has access to the terminals in robotics?
Well, there's Max Loken and Father, of course, but I know those men. They wouldn't do something like this. No. Benet is the only one with both motive and opportunity. Unfortunately, even if I had proof of Benet's involvement, I don't have the authority to do anything about it. But you, your father's hand-picked successor. If you make the accusation, nobody would have the nerve to question it. Anyway, like I said, the roster assignments were definitely altered from the terminals in robotics. I leave the rest to you.
Okej, czyli nie mogą się jakby nawzajem nawiedzać tymi terminalami. W sensie, wiecie, że z jednego terminala do drugiego się połączyć. Kto tutaj śpi? To ja? Nie. Gdzie jest moje wyro? To jest mój Gdzie śpię?
Carry on, sir.
Super mutants can be pretty dangerous, so take whatever precautions you
Roger
need.
that.
Dobra.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please
Son,
alert the facility
I dislike
division
resorting to
immediately.
the use of Commonwealth technology, but the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Okej. Mamy co chcemy zdobyć?
Good to see you.
Jakieś coś, tak? Jakiś tam technologię właśnie, jakąś tam przedmiot.
Unit B592 is undergoing the reclamation process as we speak. Before long, we'll be back.
Hey, Eve, have you seen my notebook laying around?
No. Did you leave it somewhere else?
I can't remember. Oh well, I don't need it right now.
For such a smart kid, you're a bit unorganized.
Well, I prefer to call it organized chaos.
Okej.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in two places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Dr. Fillmore.
Chcę narobić coś nowego sobie?
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the proper information. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Oh man, I have one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head. That's why I'm going to retrieve it.
Chyba cię pojebało.
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after, it's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
I must be the luckiest synth in the Institute.
Eve,
Yeah?
Okay.
the coursers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold. Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
No dobra.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done.
Co to kurwa
All that
jest?
he has built.
To jest winda? Ej, to jest winda normalnie. Ale jaja. I dokąd ona idzie? Tutaj w ogóle przestrzeń jest zagospodarowana. Tutaj przestrzeń jest zagospodarowana. Na chuj ja tą windą jadę.
No use.
Okej. Mogłem się przenieść do Moskwy. O! Uznano mnie za wroga bractwa. No i bardzo dobrze, zajebę tych skurwysynów. Szkoda tylko, że nie mam pancerza wspomaganego teraz przy sobie. A przydałby się jakiś instytutowy.
Well, you were right. The Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Kurwa, gdzie mam karabin mój? To wydup. A, to jest pod czwórką, dobra. Weź to wydup.
Target located.
Target reacquired.
Don't move.
Czemu taki zjebany celownik? I co to jest za karabin?
I'm hit. I can't hear.
No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Kurwa.
I'm through.
Osobista poczta wędrówna. Jest nie zmontować się na naszym elektrycznym na danym poziomie. Okej. Okej. Okej, jak ktoś się sobie przeczytał, ja też trochę przeczytałem tak na szybko. Biedna skryba. Wariatka. Nie wiem, czy mam ten celownik tutaj zamontowany. Czy ja złą broń wyciągnąłem? Ale już chuj na razie. W sumie nie tacy silni są, myślę, że będą silniejsi. To jest to miejsce, którego nie mogłem zbadać. A gdzie jest ta moja jeszcze?
Aha! Found. What was that? Area sweep now. Oh no, you really never just want to talk.
Ta, to nie jest dobry pomysł, żebym rzucał granat.
Blue, we're not alone here.
O!
Not like this. No.
Damn. Lost him. Doria. Still in one piece.
Ale spadki FPS-ów jak patrzę na dół.
Hey, something's out there. Blue, we're not alone here.
Blow the conduit! Now!
Cut the power to the elevators. It's clever. I'll give them
Get this over with, shall we?
For honor and glory.
Co, muszę kabel ponaprawiać?
We're not gonna stay smooth skins much longer if we don't get a move on.
Dad ought to do it.
That should do it. Elevator ought to have power again.
Optional to było opcjonalne? A jak to wejść, użyć tego kurwa... Pewnie dało się jakoś boczkiem zejść, co? A, to jest główne lobby. Ja tu chyba byłem.
Lobby.
Lobby. Co to mi strzeliło już w plecy? Kojarzę to miejsce, jak tutaj byliśmy i właśnie mówiłem, że z questem głównym się tutaj dostaniemy na górę. Jak w ogóle pierdalaj, Piper, please. Nie to.
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time.
Not to rush, but I'd love to get out of here before my hair starts falling out.
A, pewnie do protektrona, co?
There we go.
O, nie, do research mnie patrz. A coś tu dziwnego jest, ale generalnie jest tu powiedziane o tym, o tej fuzji zimnej, co oni chcą zrobić, to tak samo jest ten, tak oni tutaj to badali, jakby czy tam próbowali to osiągnąć.
Got it.
Tak, to było już.
You are infuriating. You know that?
Kurwa mać.
That's it.
To już było.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts. I'll monitor things from here.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Ty kurwa.
Thing we're looking for, the agitator. It should be a report at the top of the group.
Ej, bo serio zaraz zginę, ty. No dawno tak nie miałem, ty. O tym mówiłem, że to jest po prostu coś takiego, co będę miał jak ten. Daj to kurwa.
Must be an old
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated.
One of us.
Tak.
Please wait.
No dawno tak nie miałem, że mnie dojebała radiacja aż tak.
Decontamination complete.
Pa, jakie kurwa odwodnienie dostałem.
Detected.
Heads up! I wonder if this is normal for other tourists. Gonna be your last.
Robot loot is best loot.
Gdzie jest ta szefowa? Terminal logistyczny. Teraz sobie wyłącz. Błąd. Czyli zapraszam wewnętrzną. Nie wiem co mi... Okej, jakimś adopcji szczeniaka, nie wiem czy o psu chodzi, czy...
Lock and load.
Czy o psa chodzi, czy może o dzieciaka?
Lockdown ended.
Exit mass fusion.
These guys just don't know when they're beaten, do they?
We can't let them box us in.
I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Ty chyba głupia kurwa jesteś. Może ja ci dam i ty weźmiesz. Czy ty powinieneś wiedzieć co bardziej. Poza tym po co tam byłaś? Totalnie nie rozumiem po co ona tam była, nie?
A regrettable occurrence. Hello, by order of the movement detected mysterious strong.
Can't feel mine. We're Elder Max. Damn it.
Sustaining damage.
Heads up. Incoming.
Please lower your weapon.
No mercy.
No life signs detected.
Ja. Chociaż powiem, że Vertibird też jest fajną opcją, bo szybką podróż już mam. A Vertibirda nie mam, ale już nie będę miał, niestety raczej. Bo tam jest coś takiego, że jak się dołączy do bractwa, to Vertibird
From what
dostaje
I
się.
hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs. If you ask me, this
To się
ridiculous
dostaje do
life leads
Vertiberda
locals
do
just a
dostępu.
stunt to
To
get
można
attention.
taki granat się ma, rzuca się go, on przelatuje, można wsiąść i możecie zabrać gdziekolwiek tam chcesz. A raz. Bo ja bym chętnie zanim to zrobię, jeszcze zrobił parę innych questów, czyli na przykład bym poszedł tutaj, poszedł do tego doktorka tam na świecącym tym.
My daddy says you're father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
You must be pretty excited being named the next director.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today, and I can't seem to find him.
Did you check robotics? He was probably scheduled for routine maintenance. I wouldn't worry about it.
I thought so too, but he wasn't in the log, and everyone I've asked hasn't seen him. He's never just missed his shift like that.
What are you saying?
I'm worried something might have happened to him. No one knows where he is. It's like he just disappeared. It doesn't feel right.
Shh. Keep your voice down. You know what happens if they hear you talking like this? They'll wipe you. I suggest you keep this to yourself.
But what if something's wrong? Look around. Courser patrols have doubled. Synths are being wiped more frequently. Something is going on.
I don't want to hear anymore. Do whatever you want. Just leave me out of it.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life.
Dobra, kurwa, słuchajcie mnie, chuj.
Our synths are truly remarkable. Every day they manage to surprise me. Now, what can I do for you?
Are you helping synths escape from the Institute, Dr. Benet?
Not this nonsense again. I suppose this means that Justin Ao has given up trying to wring a confession from me himself. Now, he's using you to do his dirty work instead. Ao and his coarser goons have already scoured my laboratory for evidence. Feel free to do the same if you think you must. If there's something specific you want to ask me, then get on with it.
How many synths have escaped?
I'm not sure of the exact number, but I can tell you the rate of escapes has accelerated greatly in recent months.
Does anyone else have access to your terminals?
Unlikely. I don't let anyone else lay a finger on my terminals without my close supervision. I'll make an exception in your case, however. If Father trusts you, then I have no reason not to.
Why would Ao think you were helping synths?
He probably thinks my admiration for the synths might have caused me to have some delusion about setting them free. The notion is preposterous. The last thing I'd want to do is banish a synth to the surface. It's a living hell up there. That's not freedom. It's a death sentence. I would never be so cruel.
Maybe.
We're done.
Very well.
Jestem prawie pewien, że to ona. Okej, binet. O, właśnie, maintenance jeszcze.
Step this way from... Processing.
Oh, I do miss Dr. Zimmer. If he were here,
Zimmer? Chyba trochę źle czytałem jego imię. Wydaje mi się, że z niemieckiego jest Zimmer, jak pokój. Ale co ja tam wiem? O, poszliśmy spać. O, ej. Co tu się stanęło? Co? Co jest Newton o Berli? A, okej.
Even though I'm a synth, Alan and Liam have made me
Hi.
feel like a part of their
Hey,
family.
you're that new guy. The one from the vault. What are you doing here?
Know anything about a remote computer access?
No. I don't know anything about that. Why would you ask it? Oh, I know what this is about. Listen, I know what Justin Ao believes, but he's wrong. My dad's not helping synths get away. I guess he could get into real trouble if they decide he's guilty anyway.
Do you know anything that might help me prove his innocence?
I don't know anything that would help. I wish I did. I wish everyone would just leave my dad alone. I mean, why is it such a big deal if a few synths escape? We have more than enough here.
Is there anyone else who might want to help the synths?
I don't know. You figure it out. Just leave my dad out of it, okay?
Every day, Liam finds some new way
Computer
to impress
always
us.
beats me.
He's incredibly bright
Excuse me.
for his age.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
Eve.
Yeah? Yes?
The coursers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold.
Tak, generalnie wychodzi na to, że ktoś się po prostu stąd dostaje i ten...
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Gdzie tu jest? Komputerek? A tu
It
jest.
was an honor to...
Okej.
Fight at your
Maintenance?
side.
Terminal? Co to kurwa znaczy?
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
To jest maintenance terminal. Który to terminal, który robi maintenance?
Nothing to report, sir.
A. Chyba jacyś skretyniali ci.
Don't come any closer.
Wiedziałem,
I'm
że
sorry that you had to find me.
You're the one who's been helping the synths escape?
Me? No, I'm just helping. Justin was closing in and figuring things out. I offered to help so he wouldn't get caught.
What do you mean, him? Who are you talking about?
I know Liam isn't really my son, but I've come to love him as if he were. He's so smart and so kind-hearted. All he wants is for synths to have a better life, to be free. I'm sorry. You seem like a good person, but I can't let you tell Justin that Liam is helping the synths.
I promise not to tell Justin. I'll keep your secret.
I believe you. I can see that you understand a parent's desire to protect a child. I'm sorry I had to threaten you. I guess I just felt cornered and panicked a little bit. I'm glad you're someone we can trust.
Nieprawda, nie możecie. Pójdę powiem gościu, przestań, albo ci nogi połamię, rozumiesz, kurwa? Nie rób tego w taki sposób. Nie rozpierdalaj świata. Czaisz to? Ja pierdolę, to jest po drugiej stronie. Full hepeki mi się regenerują. To z czego to jest? Nie pamiętam nawet. Słuchaj mnie, gnoju.
I'm trying to learn chess, but the computer always beats me.
You're the one helping synths escape? Why?
So you figured it out. Nice work. Nobody else down here could. I'm not surprised it took someone from outside. At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
What happens to the synths you free?
I like to think they go on to live better lives. I hope so, anyway. Look, now that you know, you have a choice to make. You could tell Justin. But I have a proposal for you. I want to frame Justin Ao. Look, ever since Dr. Zimmer left, he's been out of control. He and his coursers have been pushing people around and threatening them to get what he wants. When he came after my dad, that was the last straw.
Would that really solve anything? Who would take Justin's place if he were gone?
Alana Secord. She's honest, fair, and good at what she does. She'll make a great acting director for the SRB.
Nice try, kid. But that's not happening.
Well, I guess that's it for me then. At least now I can prove my dad is innocent. And don't worry, I won't try to run. I wouldn't know where to go anyway.
I was so desperate. So afraid.
Ta. Kurwa, sprawiedliwość musi być. Nie ma, że kogoś wrabiamy, że tego. To jest kurwa za ciężka sprawa, żeby...
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
Najwyżej co mogę powiedzieć to tyle, że tam, że sprawa załatwiona.
Unit B592 is undergoing the reclamation process as we speak. Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
Unit X6.
It's not Alan Benet that's helping the
your
synths.
combat skills.
It's his son, Liam.
The boy? I wouldn't have thought him capable of such a thing.
What's gonna happen to him?
We will teach him a memorable lesson about the price of interfering in our operations. Well, you tracked down the culprit and plugged the leak. Congratulations are in order. I admit, I didn't think you could pull it off.
Let's make sure this can't happen again.
I intend to implement improved internal security measures, and that includes tighter monitoring of our network. Soon, nothing will go on here that I don't know about. You've helped the SRB in this matter, and now it's time I return the favor. We keep a small reserve of currency for those times when my coursers have to deal with the surface dwellers. Here, take this. It might prove useful for you.
O kurwa.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Dobra, kończę i później sobie jeszcze jutro zagram, także do następnego siemano, znaczy dzisiaj, do następnego siemano.